Well, hello to you. It is TexAgs Rewind on a Tuesday, right? Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. Tuesday. So I want to show you guys what it looks like to be the three phases of David Nuno. You have young David Nuno, you have tall David Nuno over there, all doing the show today, and we had you guys are supposed to provide some commentary, laughter, or something.
I'm just thinking about how tall Tomas is. I just met him today, and you're right. You just pointed out
He's a tall man.
And his chair's a little.
I know, I do have the little chair a little bit.
Okay, a little too much time. This is my show. My show, not your show. Goodness great. Why are people laughing? I'm not even being funny this time. Hi, Meredith. See in the background. All right, let me just tell you what we had on the show. Mr. College Football, Tony Barnhart, was on the show talking about A&M being number 7 for him. I'm okay with number 7, not okay with being out of the top 10. 21 and 21, presented by Factory Builder Stores. We had linebacker Aaron Hansford as our number 14 person. Pat Henry came by studio. Always love talking to Coach and talking a little bit about the Olympics and how Athing Mu did her thing, and everybody else did their thing as well. It was good to see that. And the professor, John Harris, shoots down these wild Texas A&M claims. It is all that and more on TexAgs Rewind. I understand the question marks around A&M, which would be the offensive line and the quarterback, because we haven't seen what they can do. But based on what I saw last year and the defense coming back, I see them worthy of right now being a top 6, top 5 team. But when you see the holes that they have, are they that concerning in your opinion?
Well, right now I've got them at 7, and to me, to be a top 5 team, they're going to have to play their way into that position. You're going to have to show me that the new pieces on the offensive line are going to work. You're going to have to show me that Haynes King is good and is going to get better under Jimbo Fisher. There's just some question marks there. But you look around, you sit there and look at the schedule, you say, well, they have got a shot here. And again, how good will they be when Alabama shows up? And the rest of the schedule, if you kind of look at it, seems pretty manageable.
Jimbo got in here and they said, hey, man, this guy's a linebacker. And I think that he was probably the most pleasant surprise on the team last year. First of all, I heard, maybe I shouldn't be spouting rumors that I don't know for sure, I heard he beat out Anthony Hines in August before Anthony decided that he was going to opt out.
Right.
That Hansford was going to be the starter anyway. And he went in there and he sure played like he deserved to be. He had about 50 tackles last year, about 7 tackles for loss. And remember, he only played 9 games. He had 3 sacks. So we're talking 3 sacks in 9 games from a linebacker. You project that over a 12-game season and against some of the lower level competition, he might have had 5-6 sacks.
Yeah.
If you get that out of your linebacker, he was a really good pass rusher. But he played well as a linebacker against the run too. And remember, and I can't emphasize it enough, it was his first year as a starter. You typically get better in your second year as a starter.
Absolutely, you do.
So I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited about Aaron Hansford.
He's on the Butkus Award watch list. Last time that an Aggie won, that was Von Miller back in 2010. And I'm looking through some of his numbers. 49 tackles, 3 sacks, 1 pass deflection, 7 tackles for a loss, 240 pounds, big dude from Washington, D.C. area, and he's got a huge frame. And he's one of those names that when I'm preparing for these conversations, you Google, and there's a lot of NFL chatter around his name as well.
Yeah, and yet he's one of those guys that I think if you talk to anybody that covers the SEC out of that's not in College Station, that doesn't cover the Aggies, said, hey, do you know who's returning at linebacker for A&M? None of them would know. Because he's just that guy that does his job, and every now and then he jumps out at you like as a pass rusher. But for the most, he's still relatively anonymous, and that's not a bad thing. Again, I've told the story about a guy from Florida calling me last year who was one of the most well-known guy in the media in the SEC, and I told him DeMarvin Leal might be the best player on the team, and he had no idea who DeMarvin Leal was because people in the SEC tend to still ignore A&M. But Aaron Hansford, I don't know how long he can keep flying under the radar.
For you, when you're watching these events, what kind of emotions are you going through as somebody who's friends and coached and mentored these amazing athletes?
Yeah, I think most parents out there know how it's like watching your own child compete. How no matter if they're on a 4-year-old soccer team, you get to watch them, their emotions and everything involved, and you're involved with them every day, so you're attached, and that makes the whole experience worth it. It's fun. That's what teaching is. It's getting involved with the young person, not just on the track, but trying to help them to be a better individual, a better student, a better citizen. And so all of those combined make everything a lot of fun.
Johnny, I'm going to ask you a couple questions here that are probably dumb, but I'll just ask you. Do you get upset with people's opinions that are in the media? Does it ever just upset you reading dumb stuff?
When their opinion is based on incorrect information, yes, absolutely.
So look, I don't know why I get mad, John. Like I read other people's opinions.
I know why you get mad. I know you do.
Yeah, you do.
I know why you get mad.
Because I'm a grumpy guy. But
yeah,
RJ Young, I'm sure he's very accomplished. I'm sure, whatever. But he didn't have A&M in his top 10, and I'm thinking to myself, how do you not have A&M? And it's his opinion, so he can have it. Like, okay, he's got his reasons. But I feel like even though I don't know the dude, is coming from a place of not liking A&M. How can somebody leave him out of their top 10? Do you see an argument for that?
Well, here's the thing. 4-year starter quarterback gone. 4 starters, if my math is correct, in the offensive line. I could see somebody kind of, going that particular direction. But then you look on the defensive side of the ball, and it's like, you know what? Pretty much everybody's back. On that side of the ball. So, you know what? Except for Bobby up front, Buddy at linebacker, I could see somebody making a case. Plus it's the SEC. I can see somebody making a case, not a strong case, but I can see somebody making a case, especially because quarterback position is not settled. Oh man, that's, schedule in the SEC is always, is always tough, but you know how it is. Whenever you're always trying to put together, in an analyst role, you're always trying to do something different from what everybody else says. Well, hey, everybody else is saying A&M is great. Well, I don't think they're going to be great because of this, this, and this. Well, nowadays, how do you get clicks? You say some outrageous stuff. You know what? I think Gary Kubiak's going to come back and be the quarterback at Texas A&M because he's got 1-year eligibility. Is that crazy enough? I don't know. People just say crazy stuff because it gets people to pay attention. Danny Cannell's learned that. Skip Bayless has learned that. And at some point, there are going to be others that do that. I don't tend to buy that theory. I'm going to tell you what I think. And if what I think is A&M's going to be good, I'll tell you A&M's going to be good. If I don't think A&M's going to be any good, I'll find a way to say it nicely. I'm going to tell you I don't think A&M's going to be that good. But I'm of a mindset when I see that much coming back on defense, and I know the talent that's there from an offensive perspective, if the offensive line does come together, you can pick either one of those quarterbacks, and they're going to be fine.
All right, so Tomas wants to work with us. He wants to intern and do some stuff with us. So we're going to see if he's been paying attention. Tomas, what are you supposed to do at the end of this video?
At the end of this video?
Yeah. And say it a little bit louder.
Smash the like.
You're supposed to smash the like button.
I was thinking that, but I was like,
but you didn't know.
It seems like the easy answer.
It is the. And what else are you supposed to do?
You're right, smash the like button. Subscribe.
You gotta
subscribe.
That's all I want you to do.
Have you ever watched a YouTube video before?
I have.
Okay, good. You're getting there. You're getting
Slowly but surely.
We're not trying to trip you up.
Again, these two are trying to take my job, talking way more than me. I'm supposed to be the charming, funny one, not you guys. Thank you very much.
You're not charming or funny.
I'm coming, David Nuno. I'm coming.
Dalton just said I'm not charming. And he's wearing a Cowboys shirt, so I'm done with this video. Thank you so much for watching. Gig 'em and thumbs up and all that. You guys can leave now. Bye.